Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Since you asked, let's talk about the big money. So about a week ago, I put out a video on the Brimstone org here, and if I was to summarize what I said in that video, it was basically like, hey, this thing is super good for the rally garrison, but it's just okay for the open field, and honestly, if you have a Venom Lizard, it's probably going to do just as fine in the open field. You know, I do think the Brimstone for the new infantry heroes is slightly better, but if you know you're never going to be the rally garrison lead, I don't think you need to build this out. And in response to that video, someone wrote a message, and the message essentially was, hey, this pet sucks. How much do the devs pay you to, keep saying this is a good pet? Well, since you asked, I'll let you know. So Farlight, the makers of Call of Dragons, they run a content creation program, and they divide their content creators into 3 tiers, all right? And those tiers are partner, that's the highest level, then the second level is associate, and then the third level is apprentice, all right? And, which level do you think I'm at? I'll give you a second to figure it out. All right, you give up? I'm not any of those. I'm not part of the content creation program. So how much do the devs pay me? They don't pay me anything. Now, I used to be part of the content creation program, but I dropped out back around here. And so back then I was on the apprentice level. I never got higher than the apprentice level. So I'll tell you about the apprentice level. When you're on the apprentice level, you don't get paid anything regularly. Now, every week they run a contest, or at least they used to. And if you put out at least 3 videos in that week, you get entered into the contest. Anyone who meets that threshold, like 3 videos a week, they get some in-game rewards. I think it was like 1,000 gems and a couple days of speed ups, but I don't remember exactly. And then they do a drawing, or some random method, I guess, to select some people from the eligible creators that week. And if you win the drawing, you get $100. And I want to say they did 3 winners a week or something like that. And so in the, roughly, it wasn't quite a year, it was about 10 months I was part of the program. I managed to win that drawing 3 times. So as for the associate and the partner tier, like, I don't really have any visibility about it. I don't have any visibility about that even when I was, part of the program. There's several, pretty popular creators who are pretty, open about being partners with Lilith, with being partners with the developers of Call of Dragons. I assume they get paid, but that's an assumption. And if, assuming that's right, I have no idea how much you get paid on either the partner or the associate level. So, sorry, can't provide you any information, but, that's what I know. Of course, there's also, independent of Call of Dragons themselves, like, this is a YouTube channel and you can, make money from a YouTube channel, but like, let me break it to you, I'm not really making any money from this YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is not monetized. Now, I am eligible for the lowest level of monetization on YouTube, which is basically like I could do super chats and I could sell you guys merchandise, but I have no inclination of doing that. I don't think it'd be worth it, and I don't want to like rob you guys of any more money. Why would I be leeching money off you guys? That seems ridiculous to me. Now, you might see ads at the beginning of my videos sometimes. I don't get any money from those ads. Now, if I was a bigger channel, I could get a cut of that, which, okay, that'd be great. But I'll break it to you, like, a good video of mine maybe gets 1,500 views or whatever. Most videos are substantially less than that. I'm not going to be making substantial money from this channel anytime soon. All right, so just in case you're wondering, like, hey, my opinions are my own. No one's really paying me for these opinions, and I don't. This is, this YouTube channel is not my full-time job. I don't make a living on this. I have another full-time job, which thankfully pays fairly well, so I don't need YouTube or any sort of monetization of YouTube or support from the developers to keep things going. Anyway, people were asking, so I thought I'd do a quick video to let you know. And until next time, you stay classy, Belleron.